Everybody's been talking about Fujikaze's performance from the first weekend of Coachella, how he completely shifted the vibe after Jack White's performance. And then in my community over on Patreon or Discord, I can't remember where you were chatting about it, but you were talking about that he tunes to 432. That is such a thing. We need to talk about that. I have done a ton of research on him. I have never been so excited to hear an artist now. There's a lot about him to unpack. This is going to be a 5-song deep study of him I'm going to do right now. I'll share the first couple songs with you all on YouTube. And by the time that this hits YouTube, I'll have the full link to the full study down for those of you who are supporting the channel who want to watch the whole thing. All right, let's get going. I just want to hear his sound. I'm dying to hear it. And then we'll talk more as we go, okay? Here we go. Fujikaze. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh. He's a killer musician. Hear those arpeggiated chords? It's like he has classical training, like a lot of classical training. And some jazz training, I think, too. This is a really studied musician. It's kind of like boogie woogie almost, the rhythmic accent. Wow. What is this? I just got goosebumps. That's a shift. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm goosebumpy right now. Listen to that tone, a little airflow, a little husky tone. Kind of like R&B soul riffing. Is that pentatonic? Where is he down? He's down on F sharps down there. I love this chill vibe. Kind of like chill R&B, like throwback. Oh, hear that minor change? I love the flow. I haven't heard a sound like this yet. Wow. We're going to go back and talk about it. Is this a pre-chorus? Yeah, this is the chorus, I think. Listen to the piano. Oh my God, I gotta stop somewhere. I gotta stop. This is unbelievably hard to pause this. As a reactor, you can't listen all the way through, or it gets usually blocked on YouTube. So I can't do that, but I need to stop and just say some things. Oh my God. Okay, this is different from any of the other Japanese contemporary commercial music artists that we've been checking out as a community. Oh my God, so unique. I mean, like, so to put this in perspective, for anyone who's following my channel and who is not experienced with the Japanese contemporary commercial music scene, or who's discovering it alongside me, I know there are many of you who are doing that. What I found, you know what I find the most stimulating, and I can't say completely the most, but like Japanese contemporary commercial music has some of the most fascinating chord changes and harmonic changes. Sometimes it's like we've got these fast changing chords that may happen. We may change keys like 3 times in the verse of a song in Japanese contemporary, in a song that's like popular in Japanese contemporary commercial music. That's not a part of the American contemporary commercial music scene at all, And so that's been a huge fascinating part. Another part of the Japanese contemporary commercial music scene is the brilliant, subtle lyric writing and the meaning underneath it and all that stuff, And this is like another thing. He's another thing. This is like a vibe. It's like all of that dynamic sort of juxtaposed expression that I hear in Japanese contemporary commercial music this song is not like that. This song is like a vibe. It's like a throwback vibe. It's got that boo-doo, boo-doo, which gives me that like R&B soul throwback vibe, but then it's got this contemporary. He's got such a like an understated delivery style of singing. Notice he's not like super jazz handsy, animated. He's chill. It's super chill vibes. What is going? And he's like a virtuoso pianist. What? And it was interesting, this little opening, the whole like he's kind of got this classical, he's doing all of his like rolling arpeggiated chords. Then he goes into this like little, wait, I want to hear that, this part. I want to see this like boogie woogie. It's not a boogie woogie at all. It's not, but it's got some of that same two-handed stuff that boogie woogie. I don't play piano like those guys do. Like boogie guys who can do like really good boogie woogie. It's like, it's really fun to watch. It's really hard to do. Like listen to his left hand's accenting, bubba to baba to baba baba to ba, and the right hand's just going. Like I could listen to him play this all day. This is very interesting to me. And then how he transitions into that little high thing he did. Wow. And then he just like, it's such a fun like low-key flex starting off like this, right? I guess it's not even a low-key flex, right? This is like a flex. Like, hey everybody, hi, I'm Fujikaze. Here's my you know what I mean? Who is this guy? Actually, speaking of we'll talk about him more later. This is so beautiful, that change. That's the melody thing. Hold on, let me show you. We're going to talk about his vocal tone too, because I am a vocal coach. By the way, let me just introduce myself real quick. This is a long study, so I'm going to get into it. My name's Tim. I've been a vocal coach for the last 26 years. I've also been a songwriter, music producer. I've worn all the musical hats over the course of my life, and I have an amazing team of teachers that teach under my tutelage here in the Manhattan, Tri-State, Philadelphia area. There they are. We do in-person lessons out here, but we have students now all over the world. So if you need a vocal coach, hit us up. The link to all of that stuff is down in the description, as well as all of my community stuff over on Patreon and Discord and all that stuff. So anyway, so that's me. But what I was saying, what he was doing, see, this might be this is the little thing he's doing. So if you think about that, that's kind of pentatonic. Pentatonic is, if we're in the key of E major, and he's like doing a, I don't know where it goes next. That little, that's the thing that instantly makes me think, gives it that like throwback sort of R&B soul, it's like, that little doo-doo says so much, right? It's a kind of in the same way that like that when you get a hi-hat really ticky like that, it instantly says trap set hip hop, all right, vibe. So he's got such a vibe. All right, let's go back and just listen to it again. I want to read the lyrics this time. His voice, we're going to talk about his voice. I do a whole thing where I break down the singing. We'll do that in a second. This part has a hint of Frank Ocean. I love Frank Ocean. I don't know if you listen to Frank Ocean. He's kind of more in like the bluesy vibes there, and he's got this airflow tone. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. He's got great agility. That melody is really pretty. Open, lots of jazzy chords. Pinky swear if I do tell a lie. That drop down. Monday. So he's mixing Japanese and English together. Very cool. All right. I've got to talk about his singing a little bit here, okay? So what's he doing with his voice? What is he doing? So right here, this little chart, as I said, I've been teaching a long time, and I found that to try to simplify the complex world of vocal technique for the world, I have this little chart here, and if you break down these 7 elements about the way somebody sings, and there's more, of course, but with these 7 things, you can get a lot of understanding about how they use their voice, and so that you can, understand maybe what you like in singing, and also if you're a singer, you can go, oh, that's how he's doing it. That's my whole thing. So what are the things I've heard so far? He's got a very he sings in the medium lower range. He doesn't sing crazy high so far. Now we've got 5-song study. There's going to be a long study, but so far he's not singing super high. He's mid-low range voice, and then he goes Sunday. He goes way down low. That's like, see, I'm like a baritone in the opera world, and Sunday, that's low for me. And he's down there very comfortably. Da 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 da. He's in the middle range of his voice. Medium low energy. He's got a lot of windiness in his tone, right? He's not really metallic like bop bop like a trumpet. Let's say a trumpet is metallic. He's not very trumpety so far. He's not really gritty, but there is a little squeeze on his voice, which just gives a little angst. Squeeze is compression. Yeah, kind of gives a little, it makes it sound cool if you add compression. He's got a little bit of cool guy voice going on. Very accessible tone. Now, we're going to talk a little bit, too, about what this song is about. I've got the lyrics and some, I've done a lot of research here, so we're going into this. Wait, let me read the pinky swear if I do tell a lie. See, so it's very chill. He's the opposite of being dynamic, like presentational, like, let me show you the words. He's like, not that. He's no jazz hands, right? He's chill vibes. It makes you lean in. It makes you zoom in. It's very accessible because of that. It's such a vibe, this. I love that change right there. So he was doing. So do you see what he did there? Let me show you. Let me show you into his little musical, in his little musical world. No, this is not a little musical world. So he was in the major. He was doing E major. Then he went minor. He was doing that little thing I liked earlier. Whatever the next word. And then he switched it to minor, which it was a subtle little change, but did you feel the emotional shift? It adds just a little harmonic grind, a little in the emotion and in the expression, right? Listen for that. So wait, so hear it in the major. Wow, this is going to be a long video. I can't believe I'm... See, we're in that E major. It's almost operatic a little bit. That Suor Angelica opera. It's kind of like... I'm really nerding out here, guys. Now the minor. Listen, here we go. E minor. I love that! Oh, I'm in the fan club already. Shininoga Iwa. Shininoga Iwa means I'd rather die. What are we talking about? Shininoga Iwa. What are we talking about? I'd rather die. I would rather die. Okay, I've got some notes here. I've got some... Okay, I'd rather die. A love song about absolute devotion. The singer would rather die than be separated from the person they love. Open with Yubukiri, is it Genman, Pinky Promise, a traditional Japanese childhood vow of honesty. We have Pinky Promises too. I wonder if that's where it originally came from. Interesting, probably. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who would give me the most everlasting love of them all? Then the chorus, I'd rather die than part with you. I choose you over 3 meals a day. So this is like... This is kind of like, is this like a love song? I saw some notes too that this was like that this is like a really deep, heavy love song, or it's also about, because he's got a lot of like spiritual underpinnings in his music that I see from his research, from the research I've done, that this could be about like kind of higher power love or something. What do you know about that? Let me know in the comments. But I have to say already, it's interesting. There's a little bit of contrast, and like he's so chill. There's such a low key, like you almost feel like the song is like about something else. But then when you read the lyrics, it's got this. It's like this. Like I'd rather die. I'd rather. I choose you over 3 meals a day. You know, this like either angsty love song, if it is about a person, or about maybe like your higher power. This is an interesting artist. What is happening? All right, let's listen to the rest of it now. I've blabbed enough. I'm gonna really read the lyrics. I love that melody. This part when it goes back to major. I love the vibe of it. The song is really like, it makes you want to, it's a nice place to be. I like he's layering this. So he repeated the chorus, and now he's kind of like riffing over top of it. See, I just heard this song and I am singing along with it. I'm goosebumps again. What is happening? This is fun. I think we've got a new rabbit hole, everybody. Oh, he's scatting. All right, I was right. He does have jazz chops. He must have jazz chops. Scatting is, it's all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, he's not doing it like that, but like the same. This is scat. It's where you use your voice as like almost like an instrument, making up nonsensical syllables. That's scat. It's called scat. Oh, he's. Oh! Now he's up the octave. All right, look at Gru. It's more energetic now. You all were like, "Shut up, Tim. Just get to the end." Hear those harmonies too. I love this song. Oh my God. Fun. So fun. Wow. So this is complex. This is a very complex artist. This is a very complex artist. There is a lot of layers to this guy, for sure. You know, we've got, this is throwback. This is like throwback in a way I don't think I really know well. It's like, it's kind of like R&B-ish, but like, I don't know. I feel like I need to learn more about like, see, this is the kind of rabbit holes that happen on my channel. You know, we're studying so much. I feel like there's even a lot more to the Japanese commercial music scene. Not just what's currently happening with like auto taking over the world, but like, you know, with like the throwback eras of Japanese music. Like I know nothing about that. And I just have a feeling there's more going on with him than meets the eye, musically speaking, that I just don't know about yet, that I'm excited for you all. I feel like, I'm the musician here. I'm the one who's doing the teaching, but I'm the one actually doing all the learning right now. It's so funny. I'm just having like a crash course in amazing artists from all over the world. So awesome. Let's just keep going. This video is going to be incredibly long because it is what it is. So I need to keep moving because I do have to teach it a little bit later. And yeah, I have some digital circus to watch in a minute. All right, so we've got. I'm gonna subscribe. You got my subscription, Fujikaze. Next up, we're gonna be checking out Matsuri. I'm gonna read this time a little bit about the song before we go. So, and then we'll talk about the 432 stuff for those of you over on Patreon, because I want to get into it. There's a lot to talk about with 432, what it's about, where did it come from, and I don't want to put up all that blab here on YouTube for everybody. I'll lose everybody with that. All right, so we're checking out Matsuri. Matsuri, the word, it's from Love All, Serve All 2022. Matsuri means festival, and it's like pure summer energy, everybody says. So pure joy in song form. The energy is infectious. Oh, God. I was feeling, I loved the vibe of Shinu no ga Iwa. It's just such a fun, it feels like a great place to be, So let's see. The song's core message, every single day of life is a festival worth celebrating. Yes, I love that. I'm all about that. I'm about celebrating artists, celebrating life. That's my thing. Yeah. There's no such thing as winning or losing. Oh, yeah. So I heard about, someone was talking about this song is like about kind of allowance, like the Buddhist concept of like, surrendering to what is in the moment, the current moment. And I hear he meditates every day. I meditate every day. We're going to become friends. Fujikaze, let's go. I'd love to interview. Oh my God. Could you imagine if I get to interview him on the channel? That would be fun. All right. The bridge acknowledges pain, crying hard, laughing hard, summer heat burn, winter cold cutting to the bone, then says it's never too late to start over. Like you can always, find joy from wherever you are in life, like that sort of spiritual concept. That's enough. Let's just listen to it. We got the vibe here. Here we go. This is the music video. And I'm going to have to stop halfway. Same throwback vibes. Like this feels like 90s. This feels like 90s, like pop hip hop. Like, what? That high. I like that little melody, that little synthy flute up there. Yeah. Definitely is that R&B soul. This is interesting. This is such a groove. Nice harmony, octave doubling. Oh, this is a vibe too. I will be listening to him this summer, no doubt about it. It's just a great place to be, emotionally, Oh. This is almost like some of the Indian dance stuff, right? Hear that riff? Okay. Pause. I have to stop sometimes. That little riff stuff. Wow. It is such an interesting vibe he creates. This one has a different throwback vibe to Shinu no ga Iwa. This one, no, that's a different thing. This is a different throwback vibe to this throwback vibe. But similar, obviously similar, right? same album, same artist, or not same album, I don't think, is it? Wait, no, is it the same? Hold on, let me check. Matsuri's from Love All, Serve All 2022. Shinanoga Ewa is from Help Ever, Hurt Never, his album. By the way, if we need to check out his albums as a community, you all have to let me know in the chats and down below. I'm happy to. I want to watch his whole Coachella. I can't even touch it, though, on YouTube. Coachella blocks anything. If you even I may not even have to say that word on here. It's like they're hardcore on copyright stuff. Anyway, so yeah, two different. So this is his vibe that has persisted across 2 albums so far. Interesting. I love this. Let's just keep going. Let's just enjoy him a little bit together. I'm already hooked. You know, it's so accessible. It's like you feel like I feel like with this type of music, I could listen to it daily. Like you could have it on and it's like, okay, I'm getting ready in the day. I want to create a vibe for myself to kind of get in the right mindset for the day. It does feel in that way, kind of like, you know, that's really what you think about. Like, I think about spiritual practices as that. It's about, you know, when I meditate in the morning, like I do it because it gets my like crazy firestorm of thoughts in my head kind of calmed down and I can like be peaceful and focused. It's like his music has some of that that emotional stability in it. At least so far. I'm 2 songs in. So now right there he showed a different vocal tone, right? He's so far in the couple songs we've checked out, Matsure, he's in this kind of medium-low range, little husky tone. Huskiness is wind with a teeny bit of grit. He's not super gritty at all. He's low on the grit-ometer for sure. But he definitely has some squeeze, which gives a little... Anytime that you think someone's tone sounds kind of cool, like... And they have kind of like a cool chill guy vibe, you know? There's some grit on the voice. It doesn't mean a lot. When you turn the grit dial up, yeah, you start activating I don't know. It starts getting a little more rock and rolly. And then if you go further with the grit dial, it gets like, it gets like metal type of sounds. He's not anywhere near any of that. He doesn't even really have a lot of like, I don't know, like little creaky door sounds before his phrases. He's not even doing a lot of that in his singing. Matsure. He has a lot of just airflow allowance at the start of the sound, but just a little squeeze, right? But this part, his tone, this is the most metallic in tone quality we've heard him so far. Bop, 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 bop. He's getting brassy in his tone. Listen for that. Bop, 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 bop. But notice he's not like blasting. He's not like dramatically, ba, 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 ba. He's not like pushing his hard brassy voice. He's still chill vibes, but just ba, ba, ba. He's just gotten a little more air pressure and chord closure and thickening of the vocal folds. I'm not going to get to vocal pedagogy at this moment, because I'm like 28 minutes in and I'm only on song 2. We're going to finish it because I have 3 more to go. But you can hear that tone, right? It's a little brassier. This feels almost like... And see, that's another world we haven't checked out, like Indian music. The whole Indian music scene was huge. We've barely dipped our toes into that so far, too. And I feel like, because there's something about him and like his spiritual background, and his dad studied Indian philosophies and things. So I feel like there's some influence of that in there as well that I saw from my research. There's a silliness too, almost. Like it's almost playful, kind of. He does feel playful too. Yeah. Oh, this is a change. Distorted guitars. Still chill tone. Is this the bridge? Yeah. Oh, nice! You hear that? Wow. Very different. You hear that drum? Yeah! He got grit and brass on his voice there. Yeah! He's up F sharp, G sharp. He's up there now. So he's showing contrast vocally. We're getting a bigger picture. Falsetto flip. Look at this scene, looks beautiful. I've never been to Japan. Not yet. Yeah. Look at this scene. Yeah, this does feel. I love that angsty. It's fun. It's definitely chill summer vibes. Yeah. I can see the Indian sort of festival sort of styling, but the Japanese too. Wait a minute, we're in the same. He's like almost. Is he quoting Shino no ga Ewa here? Did you hear that? I'm in the key of E major here. Listen to that. That works here. Where did I hear that? Didn't I hear that? Where did I hear that? Oh, he's whatever. Basically what I'm hearing, I'm just hearing like he's got an incredible ear for riffing and for ornamentation, and the common thing like in normal contemporary commercial music, which this is not. This is something special, different. This is like unique, very unique. Is in normal contemporary commercial music, when you riff, a lot of times you use the pentatonic scale, which is based on scale steps 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Or you use the blues scale, which is very close to that with like one shift of notes. But when you start getting into jazz musicians who have actual jazz study, where they know about jazz voicings and jazz theory and stuff like that, which my spidey sense tells me that he knows about that stuff, then you can start doing riffing in a whole other level of complexity. Kind of like going from undergraduate understanding to like doctoral understanding of riffing. You get so that you can like do these like 7 and 9 and 11 and 13 chords and then riff inside of the chord because you understand chordal knowledge of jazz. I have a feeling that that's what this guy has. So there is a lot going on here with him. It's just fascinating. We've got a few more songs to go, so I'm going to keep cooking. All right, this is where the adventure ends for those of you who are following along for my YouTube. 33 minutes already on 2 songs. Yeah, that means I found him interesting for sure. We're going to keep going. If you want to watch I have no idea how long this is going to be. It's going to be a long one. But if you are a fan of his and you want to continue this deep study of him with me, I cordially invite you to my community. Yeah, you are invited. I will see you all in my next one. All right. Cheers.